2026 is going to be very, very interesting. The tax bill will be implemented on the 1st of January 2026. I repeat, 2026 is going to be a very interesting year because the tax bill will be implemented starting from the 1st of January, and Nigerians are expected to pay tax. Millions of Nigerians are expected to pay tax. Now, if you have a bank account or you have NIN, you'll be paying tax. We are hearing that people are threatening that there will be revolution if Tinubu implements this tax bill. Earlier, when Tinubu proposed the tax bill to the National Assembly, Northern Nigeria kicked and said that this tax bill is meant to suffer us in Northern Nigeria. But now the whole of Nigeria is coming out to say that, well, from the explanations we are getting, from the insinuations we are getting, from the propaganda that is being spread, different people are explaining the tax bill, whether they have a good knowledge on the tax or not. People are pushing an agenda. Like I said, the opposition, this is an opportunity for the opposition to use an agenda against the current administration. Because some people are saying that you are earning 100,000 a year. Tinubu go tax you, come out 140,000 from your money a year. You are earning 25 million or 25 million a year. They are going to collect 20%, 21%, 22%, 23% of your money at the end of the year. That means that is a lot. Now in Nigeria today, if you are earning 400,000, 500,000 in Nigeria, you are not living well. A family man with wife and 2 children earning 500,000 every month, you are still living in poverty. So how many Nigerians are earning 500,000 as salary every month? How many Nigerians? How many Nigerians have 500,000 in their bank accounts? These are the issues. You know that Nigerians are not used to paying tax, but now they will be paying tax. A lot of things will happen. 2027 is going to be very, very interesting. Now, one of the problems the government has is how they relate the policies of the government to the people and how they consider the welfare of the people when they are bringing out policies. Most times when these people are doing their policies, they don't really consider the economic situation of Nigerians before they reel out these policies. Because I have looked at the tax bill, the government has an intent to make Nigerians pay tax, which is normal everywhere. But the problem is the accountability of the government. A corrupt government, over the years, they have been having a lot of monies from revenue, from oil, from resources, and they have mismanaged these monies and plunged the nation into debt. The politicians that are telling us that they want to tax us, they have been in power for the past 20, 25, 30 years. They have had access to funds, national funds, national revenue. They have misappropriated the money. They have stolen. They have laundered billions and trillions of naira. And again, they will still borrow, with them mismanaging the funds, mismanaging the revenue. They will still borrow money and put us in debt. At the end of the day, they are expecting Nigerians, they want to widen the tax net so that the tax net will reach to everybody. So the government has an issue. Tinubu has a lot of media guys, but these guys are not passing the right message to the people, leaving some other persons to exploit the information and start passing a lot of messages. See, from my own end, I believe that next year, a lot of revolution will happen. A lot of people will come out and protest against the government of Parliament Tinubu. It will be an opportunity for the opposition to leverage on the tax bill and to use that tax bill to get votes wherever it is. But I trust the APC. The APC, they are Maradona. They know what to do to appease the people. They may step down a bit until Tinubu wins the election. Then after that, they continue again. So let's look at the clarification of this tax bill. It is clear that everybody is going to pay tax. That one is clear. There is not everybody is going to pay tax. If you are earning 25 million naira a month, let's say for example, like I said, if you are earning 500,000 in today's Nigeria, 500,000 in today's Nigeria, my brother, you are still living in poverty because it doesn't take you anywhere. Expenses on your family, man, wife, and the wife may be working. Let's say the income of the whole family is around 1 million. your expenses, children's school fees and everything, what they do, you cannot meet up with your daily needs with 1 million a year as a family man. In fact, let's look at rent. If you're going to rent a mini flat today, you're going to be paying nothing less than, it depends on where you're staying. And where you are staying depends on how much you can earn. That's another thing. If you are staying in the suburbs of Ogun State, you may not be even seeing the 500,000 to even earn it in the first place. The rent will be reduced, but anywhere we use it as an example, it is proportionate to the economic activity going on in those areas. Because if you live in a very good place, there are expectations that you will earn higher. Yes, if you live in the rural area, you earn lower, but the cost of some things are also lower. Although there are other constants. There are things that everywhere you go, whether urban or rural, the price are the same. Let's take for instance, you live in Ikeja. It's self-contained, a mini flat self-contained, room, parlor, self-contained. You'll be looking at 1 million every year. 1 million every year. Maybe you want to start a family, you want to rent, you know how much it is. The cost of everything has gone up, so 500,000 or 1 million for a family of 4 cannot go anywhere. Imagine, what would it take you to spend? Okay, let me even step down a bit, because it seems some people think that 1 million is big money. Somebody that is earning 500,000, let's say 500,000 a month. How much would you use for feeding? As an adult, if you want to take normal average meal, let's say 1,500, one person, that is the if you look at food of 1,500, those days 500 will have taken care of a meal that you will eat and you'll be satisfied. The 1,500 cannot be able to satisfy you. So 1,500, one person, let's say 3 times, because that 1,500 no be even food. There are other expenses, recharge card, bank transactions, and some other things that happen. Maybe you fell ill and everything. 500,000 will not be able to do you. Let's put that aside. 500,000 in a whole year. 500 times 10 is 5 million. 5 million, then let's say it is 6 million. The government is going to tax, there's a taxable amount after 800,000. So it is 5 million they are going to tax. And it's going to be some amount of money will be taken away from that your tax. So Nigerians, a lot of things will happen. And you understand how banks, the corruption in the system, the inconsistencies of what is taxable and what is not taxable. You see, a lot of things will confuse Nigerians to the extent that Nigerians will be saying, instead of this thing to be like this, man, let Tinubu go. Now for employers, they will be having a turnover of 25 million, because 25 million looks like 20%. 20% of 25 million, let's say, if you're earning like 2 million every month, let's say 2 million every month, 2.1 million, 2.1 million every month, it is 25 million. They are going to remove 20% of your money. 20% of that money. And what is 20% of 25 million? Your guess is as good as mine. What is 20% of 25 million? So the government, you never pay your title, other responsibilities. So the government will take a chunk of that money. What is 10% of 20 million? It's not 2 million. 20% is not 4 million. Let's say out of 25 million, the government is taking 5 million from the whole year, from your 20 million. How many 5 million makes 20 million? 5. So the government will take 1 for the whole year, irrespective of every month what you have spent. A lot of things that you have spent. A lot of things. This is personal income. A person earning 2 million. A lot of things you have spent. Let's say 20% every month. The government is going to be taking like 400,000. I believe 400,000 every month. Because 10% of 20 million is every month. 10% of 2 million is 200,000. 20% is 400,000. So out of your 2 million, government is going to be taking 400,000 naira every month. And when you look at it critically, You are going to be left with 1.6 million. So government has taken tax 400,000. That is, if you are going to pay 20% on personal income, 25 million. No, there are some for companies. I think it's 50 million. 50 million is not that taxable, but above 50 million can tax. Personal income, you are earning 2 million. So you are left with 1.6 million every month. The government is taking 400,000. As a person, you will not be able to live your comfortable life. You will be limiting yourself on so many things. Now the onus is left on the government of the day to show transparency. After collecting all these monies, are they going to, because an average Nigeria provide his security, provide his health care problems, provide his personal infrastructure. He pays for almost everything. There's no subsidy the government is giving to you. Government removed subsidy. The removal of subsidy was not enough. Then they had to move to your personal income to start taxing it. You pay VAT on almost virtually everything. Almost everything you pay VAT. A government takes money from VAT. Now, a lot of things that have happened in the past 26 years. In the past 26 years, under this democracy, a lot of things have happened. The accountability, the transparency of the government, the corruption in the government will never make Nigerians want to believe that you have to tax them and their personal income for you to do anything. And you know that with the corruption in the system, it will be difficult for the government to be sincere with their transparency. When they collect all these monies, they will tell you they have collected so money, they gave it to this one, they gave it to that one. If they stole it or give us time, we are doing this. You know, the government have a way of doing their manipulation. We are approved to. We have started finish like 4 years. After they don't collect your money for 4 years, we have been doing this. They'll use BB grammar, spell everything out. But you see, in a normal society, in a society that really values the people, infrastructure should be in place first. Free education should be a compulsory thing. For people to pay such a tax, free education should be a compulsory thing. They'll tell you that there's NEL fund. NEL fund, they borrow you money, you're going to pay back. See, a lot of things will happen 2027. I've said it, this system is never for us. It's never designed to give us the things that we want. You forcefully bring different people of different races, different ideology, different mindsets together. A particular ethnic group with a different mindset, if they snatch power in the middle, they'll use the power to favor themselves partially. If the Fulani enter, Fulani will use the power to favor themselves. If an Igbo man enter, Igbo man will use the power to favor themselves. They are not fighting or doing anything for the interest of the general public. The Yoruba man enter, he use power to support himself. This is the Nigeria we find ourselves. We are going to be in this situation for a very long time if there is no restructuring. I've been pushing for restructuring. I've been saying it because when I look at the moves of the president, you see, politicians are not consistent. Today, you can see they are doing a particular thing. They may switch and come back. Nigerian politicians, that is the way they are. So, Tinubu and the APC should expect a revolution come 2026, or let's say 2027. At the end of 2027, you see, expect a lot of revolution and protest. Expect. I'm not saying whether Nigerians can protest, because Nigerians, they have a word of adjusting. Universal adjusters. They can adjust to any situation. Nigerians can adjust. The two way will come pay me be say, if they collect, I'm not against the tax bill. I've said it. The government of the day, the system we are running, cannot give you good governance. The tax bill will backfire if the government is not able to show work in student nearest cover. Because now that money is coming out from the blood of Nigerians, they want to know what the last cover is being used for. If you do a road and that road is not going well, you see a lot of complaints. If you look at classrooms, you see, Nigerians have a lot to demand. I know that the APC have a plan to divert your attention to win the election first. When to win the election first, now come here. When during the last election, I told an APC supporter, a newspaper vendor, is an APC supporter. I told him that if Tinubu win election, Una go pay tax. Una go pay tax. You remove subsidy, the money for subsidy. Show workings. We have not seen the workings yet. We have started this project, started that project. Why not wait until the end of your first tenure before you implement this tax bill? We have started that project. We have started this project. We see a lot of borrowings, subsidy removal, but yet they are using money to defend the naira. They have to pressure that minister. They pressure him until he jabber and said, although we are using money to defend the naira, but what you present to the people as if you don't use money to defend naira. That is the projection. You see, this transparency, this integrity, I think the government needs to have it before the people can even believe anything they do or say. It's going to be disastrous if you are collecting money from Nigerians. So you see, I know that some Nigerians will not be able to adjust. They will want to come out and protest. But every other Nigerian that has been weakened by the system because of tribalism and religion, you see, the politicians will employ tribalism and religion because now as it is, whether you are APC, whether you are PDP, whether you are Labour Party, whether you are ADC, whatever party you belong to, you will all be affected. Yes, you will all be affected, you will be captured. The big men might not be captured because they know how to dodge tax. The elite themselves, as they look you, they might not be captured. They know how to maneuver and play over tax. It is you when not to know anything. Now you go suffer the whole thing, though. You know, say normally bank they deduct your money. You see some bankers stealing people's funds, and they might use an opportunity. They might take an opportunity of using this tax bill. If we have a system that is working, we have been to the civil service, to secretariats, to government offices. We have seen how people run the activities of government. And by seeing what they do, we are afraid that these systems can work. Because they just deduct money from your account. They just tell you that that is government tax bill. And a lot of irregularities. Normally, Accountant General of the Federation, billions of naira, 1something billion naira. How did the money, he steal that money? Now, at the end of the tenure, they are asking accountant, what is going on? Where is this money? Where is that money? He go court, they give him bail, he go. The 1.30 billion where they say he lost, he go like that. And now people, Nigerian taxpayers' money. So when people start embezzling funds, when we have a corrupt system that cannot arrest and prosecute former head of states, former presidents that have overseen corruption that have destroyed the country, when they are afraid, they are selecting people they can prosecute. They can send EFCC to, they can send DSS to. When these people, when they collect this money from the Nigerians and they gather it and they loot it, what will you do as a Nigerian? You will protest, they use police and stop you. What will you do as a Nigerian? See, I hope this is going to spark revolution that will make us restructure this country. That is my own prayer. Anywhere restructuring go, even the tax bill itself is even wonderful. I love this tax bill, man. Some people, they will cry. Yes. Some people say, when somebody earns 2 million naira a month, and probably he does charity of 200,000, and the government is taking 400,000 from the money he's making every month, do you think that he will do charity again? Some churches, some people don't even pay tithe again. Some people will manage themselves. There's not how you try. If you are being captured, they will capture you. They will take whatever you are taking. I'm telling you, yes, because they know that they have categorized you people. They don't rate you people. They don't rate you people. I will not tell you how the big men. I will not tell you how the big men will dodge this tax. So, your asset, they don't tax your asset though. It is only the interest. They don't tax your current account. It is your service account that has an interest. There's a way you can run it. Then you will not. There are categories. There's the one of if you are below 800,000 and below, you will not be taxed. But a year, imagine 800,000. Somebody who will not be taxed. The government says will not be taxed. Imagine the person. 800 divided by 12. Maybe you're earning like 60,000 naira a month. If you're a human being, you're earning 60,000 naira a month, how do you survive? Is it not poverty? Is it not this one they call multi-extraordinary dimensional poverty? So the government will not tax you, but if you're earning 100,000, my brother, they will tax you. After 800,000, or whether they assume that you are paying, because they assume I don't know how your rent, because rent has gone up, everything has gone up. Your transportation has gone up, your feeding has gone up, not even proportionate to your account that will allow you to have savings. Person they collect money 200,000 a month, they get savings. They get savings, so they get savings to even meet his own needs. Sometimes they struggle. If you collect 200,000 a month, there's no how the government will not collect tax for your hand at the end of the year. Then government will come at the end of the month, come out some tax. We have subsidy removed though. We have oil where they flow up and down. We say government in charge of almost all the Nigeria is blessed with a lot of mineral resources. We have everything. Everything is on standby. Nigeria they collect money from those things. So instead of when they use the money better the lives of the people, the same set of these politicians now they destroy the country, now they steal the country, make themselves richer. They can't borrow the money. They tell us say Nigeria there's no money, we are bankrupt. Why they are billionaires and trillionaires in the same Nigeria? Most of them they are career politicians. Now politics they use make money. So they are coming to tell you that you are going to pay tax, personal income tax. I'm not against it. But where are the amenities? Where are the infrastructures to support the taxation? You remove subsidy recently on both electricity. People are suffering through their nose. You never believe. But you still want to tax. No problem. It's good. It's good. At least we all learn. We all learn. I've told you what I support is restructuring. I've told you before, my stand is that I don't see a Tinubu as somebody who is going to give good governance. I don't even know what you are saying. That's my personal opinion. Yes, that's my personal opinion. Politically, Tinubu is going to do a lot of elevating southern Nigeria. But when it comes to good governance to the people, we will all hear Shebi na year we get together. Shebi na next year. So many people are explaining, and now like this, no be like this, now like this. When the government starts its deduction, the people they explain, they'll come have to re-explain again. May God help Nigerians.